Well, hello there, Virgo. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your mid-January tarot reading. This is good from now until about mid-February. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. So we're going to start off first with the animal spirit card. Let's see what we have here. Panther spirit, reclaim your power. Okay, interesting. I think Libra had this same card. A sense that you may at this time feel like you're not in control of something in your life. You know, that could be, you feel like there are obstacles, burdens, responsibilities, something that's in your external world that is preventing you from having control over decisions or how you proceed in something, or holding you to just a sense of obligation. So we're going to take a deeper look at that, and then unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. Yeah, I feel like for some of you it's almost this energy where you may have started a new path, or you may be wanting to start a new path, and yet at the same time you feel like there's just one obstacle after another. Okay, so what they're saying is breadcrumbs. I feel like, I know there's breadcrumbing, but the energy I'm getting here is that there's been little breadcrumbs dropped for you to help lead you in the right direction. But I feel like you don't feel like you are in charge of the path. It's kind of like you keep waiting. It's almost like this energy of keep waiting for the next sign instead of going within, listening to your heart, and then making decisions. There's more of this sense of perhaps, and and it says you're exactly where you're meant to be, right? But there's almost this sense where you could be, it's almost a sense of like being really superstitious. So if, I don't know, it's not just superstitious. It's kind of like you're waiting for signs from spirit. It's almost like, I don't want to make the wrong turn, or you're waiting for, some type of signs. It's like signs. You're waiting for signs. You're waiting for breadcrumbs. But in that sense, you don't have any power, right? You're waiting for somebody else to tell you what to do. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. On the bottom, it's time to play. Are you working too hard, Virgo? That would be something that you might do, right? It's a little sense of perhaps you feel like you're not going to get the next sign unless you're working really hard. It's almost kind of like this energy of feeling like you can't move forward unless you get some clarification or it's really, that energy of I want a sign. I'm not moving forward until I have a sign, but the sign isn't coming. So you're like, okay, I'm not working hard enough, or I'm not doing this perfectly. They won't give me the next sign because I'm not doing this sign right. The last piece, so let's see. Yeah, it is really. And then you have to be fair. I feel like you are getting a message. Okay, this is good. This is coming in. Okay. This reading, if you're resonating, is a sign. Okay, so let's see. You have, to be fair, Libra energy, but I feel like for some of you, it could be a legal matter, a financial matter. This is maybe what you are waiting on, right? You're waiting on the money to come in. And it doesn't have to be like from the bank or something. Maybe you're trying to grow your business, but you can't grow your business until you sell some products or services or something like that. It's almost this energy of only putting in as little as you can into something, right? I'm only going to give it a breadcrumb. Okay, well, let's see how that does. Oh, okay. All right. We got a little bit back from that. Okay. I'll give it another breadcrumb, right? Instead of claiming your power. So it's kind of like not wanting to truly invest in your business or invest in yourself or invest in a relationship. It's kind of like, well, I'm just going to try a little bit at a time, see how that goes. But there is this sense that what you're doing is almost like you're holding back your power. You're not going for it, right? You're just kind of like breadcrumbing yourself. And I don't mean that in the mind games, but it's a little bit of that energy. I'm only going to give it enough to keep it sustained. But here's the thing, there's no joy in it. It's kind of like, okay, I'm just giving you enough to chug it along to the next. It would be kind of like if, you were going on a cross-country trip in a car, but you had, 1 gallon containers of gasoline in the back of your car. And, you would just take one 1 gallon can and you would fill it, put it into the tank, right? And then wait until the car ran out of gas or something. And then you would take another one. 1 gallon jug and put that into the gas tank, and drive it until that ran out. It's almost this energy of, okay, it's kind of like that doesn't really give you any power. You're not going to get any momentum. That's the word. You're not going to have any momentum. So I feel like you're kind of getting a message here that you're almost like breaking your own heart in the situation because you're not allowing yourself to get any momentum. You're not allowing yourself to get excited or inspired or motivated because it's kind of like, well, I don't know where this is going, right? And so it's time to play. You're working too hard and worrying about everything, right? And then the Page of Cups, which to me is about giving yourself a little bit of compassion. Giving yourself a break. I feel like and then underneath that, prioritize self-care. Taking good care of yourself. You have the 4 of Swords here, right? And then the 8 of Swords, right? With the 5 of Pentacles, yeah. So you're feeling like you're not worthy enough of taking care of yourself or having fun because something isn't panning out the way that you want it to. Right? But at the same time, it's kind of like, I feel like you're holding back on it because it's just this lack mentality. There's a true lack mentality here. So let's go try to find some advice for you. So your present energy, I like this. Yeah, it's about seeing the light. I'll have to say, Virgo, we have the new moon in Aquarius on the 21st. You could, because look, she has the sword up there. Have no fear, right? And Aquarius is an air sign. It's kind of like maybe you're coming into that clarity of, wait a minute, why am I giving my power away to this situation, right? Why am I only, it's almost that energy of, like if you had a big, water dam, you had the dam and there was a hole in it, right? And, you just patched up that hole. You put a little mud in that hole and then all of a sudden there was another hole over here and you filled that hole up. Oh, wait a minute, here's another one. Instead of saying, okay, wait a minute, we have to come in here and really, I don't know what you would do. I'm not an engineer, but really do something with the dam. We have to figure out, why is it leaking like this, right? It's kind of like you could be that with your health or with this business. You have one little thing that goes wrong and you just kind of like, put a Band-Aid on it. It's kind of that energy of just putting Band-Aids on things instead of stepping into your power and saying, okay, I'm taking care of this. I'm taking back my control. I feel like when you step into that energy of not having fear, it's almost kind of like, I mean, I can resonate with things in my life, right? It's kind of like, well, if I have the plumber to come over and look at that little leak, then what? Then what are they going to find, right? It's kind of that type of energy. It's kind of like, well, maybe if I don't know about it, it's better than if they actually open up the wall and tell me what's wrong, right? So fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Yeah, there's something that's holding you back. What's holding you back, Virgo? Because you have the Ace of Wands and then going the distance. Going the distance is seeing something to the end. The Ace of Wands is having inspiration. a burst of inspiration. You get this burst when you take back your power, when you step into that energy of saying, well, wait a minute. Maybe you're comparing yourself to or remembering a situation in the past that didn't work out, and you're kind of like holding back in this situation because you're fearful that this situation won't work out. I think it's a different situation, but say you tried to start a business before and then it went okay, or maybe it didn't, right? And now you're kind of remembering that past situation didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. And you're just projecting your fears about that onto, this situation. Yeah, we have the breadcrumb energy here yet. Okay, so yeah, here's the devil. You know who has your power? Because the emperor. The emperor is the person that has the power, right? He's the most powerful person, right? In the deck. It's kind of like, yeah, here we go. The emperor, somebody here, there's something that you're attaching, some difficult ending that you had in the past that you're attaching, you're projecting those fears of something ending, of feeling like you may not be able to go the distance, right? I'm not sure I really want to start this, or I'm not sure I really want to invest a lot into this. Time, money, whatever, love, depending on what it is. It's kind of like I'm just going to breadcrumb it, because we have the 6 of Pentacles, which is another sign of breadcrumbing. I'm just going to breadcrumb it. See how it goes. I'm not going to give it a really fair shake, because I don't want to get hurt in the end. I don't want it to end, right? And then I'll be hurt. But here's the thing. You're not allowing yourself to step into your power and give your all to this situation. It's about taking away the fears, detaching yourself from what you're afraid of, right? And stepping into your power, saying, okay, wait a minute. All right, so maybe it doesn't work out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But hey, guess what? If it doesn't work out, I know I gave it my best. I had something in my life that did not work out, but when it was over, I was able to say to myself, I gave that my best effort. I knew I had. I had put all my chips on the table, right? It was kind of like I may go out in a blaze of fire, but you know what? When I go out in a blaze of fire, I'm not going to have any regrets, because I told myself I was going to give it my all. And it was a good feeling, even though I was upset and sad and disappointed that it didn't work out. Down deep inside, I walked away saying to myself and to anybody else that wanted to hear about my failure, I gave it my best shot. I gave it my best shot. It wasn't meant to be, right? It wasn't meant to be. But at the same time, I learned so much about myself. I also learned that in that moment when I realized it was done, the chips were gone, right? It was done. I also learned, guess what? I'm still standing. All the chips are gone, but I'm still standing. I'm okay. And there is something in that, in realizing, you could have lost something in the past, but maybe you're just fearful of putting all your chips into this, of saying, you know what? This is it. I'm all in. This is the situation you want to be all in. Put it all in there, because even if it crashes and burns, at least you're going to be able to say, I did the best I could. I did the best I could. And I know that's hard. Sometimes it's hard, but I'm telling you, it was such a clean break, because when it was over, it was like I could walk away. I knew there was no agony about it. I knew that I had done the best that I could do. And I feel like that's how you're going to be in this situation too. So let's see what we have. And I don't know where this card came from. But I love it. All right, we have be the real you. Yeah, breathe, and the high priestess. It's about using your intuition, right? I think you're waiting. I think you're waiting for physical signs, maybe birds, your spirit guides, or you're waiting for signs, okay? It's kind of like, I don't know, like, if you're sitting at a red light and you say to yourself, if the light turns green within 5 seconds, then I'm going to put another $1,000 into this, business, right? Or whatever. And then you sit there and, you're making decisions based on stuff like, it's almost that type of energy, like superstition. But it's like, why? You have your own intuition. You have your own guiding light within you. It's quieting your mind, quieting your fears, going in and breathing. Oh, here's the breathe card, right? It's going in and just breathing, allowing yourself to breathe. I think you're almost like holding your breath. It is. It's why, Virgo, why are you holding your breath? No wonder you can't make really good decisions, right? If you're holding your breath, because you're not getting enough oxygen. It's just really, oh my gosh. You're holding your breath because you really want this to be a success. You're holding your breath because you want it to be a success. Yeah. I understand that, Virgo. I understand. You're working really hard. You're going to make me cry because I feel like you're working really hard, and you're holding your breath because you want this so bad. Wow. Really intense energy. But in that moment where you're wanting it really bad and holding your breath, you're not taking good care of yourself. You're not really all in. It's almost like you're holding your breath, but you don't even have any breath to breathe and to think clearly and to take action on this. It's breathing. Definitely take a good deep breath. So let's see what your advice is here. Let it go. The situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. Yeah. So I feel like there is this energy. I'm not saying that you need to stop what you're working on. I don't think that's the message. The message here is that you need to cut away your concerns about what happened in the past. You're projecting that energy onto this. Because look at this. Yeah, you have to the sea, breathing, right? Resting, relaxing, enjoying life a little bit. And then you have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. It's really about understanding. It's all right there for you, Virgo. It's all right there. It's almost like you've been holding your breath so much about this situation that, you kind of just have cut off your own oxygen supply. You're turning blue, and you're getting lightheaded. You can't even see what is right in front of you. Okay, so let's take a look. Yeah, you're manifesting out of a sense of lack. You're manifesting because something in the past didn't work out. Or if it's not something in the past, it's like there's a situation from the past that has made you feel this lack, but you're manifesting from that. That's what you have to cut away. That's what you have to take your sword and you go, no fear. I'm taking back my power. I'm listening to my intuition, right? I'm listening to my heart, and I'm using that as the guiding tool. For some of you, I'm not saying you're going to desert this path, but you're going to see your way through it. It may mean that you take a detour or you have to walk around an obstacle or something like that. But it's bringing you the happiness, the financial security, the happy family, happy home that you are really and truly wanting. The celebration. You're looking for this celebration. But you can't manifest a celebration when you're manifesting from a sense of lack, a sense of fear of failure, a sense of what happens if this doesn't work. It's about shifting your mindset and saying, it is going to work. I know the universe is on my side, right? And then shifting your mindset, taking back your power. Yeah. Let's take a look really quickly, Virgo. Let's take a look at the next 3 months, okay? Wow, Ace of Cups. Wow, we got some good cards there. Okay, let's take a look. Advice for the next 3 months. This is like for 1 month, but I want you to see what might lie ahead for 3 months, okay? That might give you 10 of Cups. Page of Swords. Yes, it's about you having a different perspective about how you are holding your own self back by allowing your fears to hold you back, by not stepping into your power. You have relinquished your power to somebody else. It's when you step back into your power, you get the clarity that you are looking for, and then you can move forward very quickly. And then you have the 10 of Cups. It comes in. It's almost like it's a lesson in helping you to decipher. Okay, here's, a lot of people ask me, how do I know the difference between fear and intuition, right? Intuition is calm. Intuition is this. It's an idea, and you're kind of like calm about it, and you can take action on it, right? Fear is kind of like anxiety. Like you wake up in the middle of the night and it's kind of like, right? It's kind of like contracting. You feel like you have to fight, fight something out there, right? An external. It doesn't have to be a person, but you're in that mode of I have to fight, or I have to protect myself, or whatever. That is fear. Intuition, it can be very exciting when you get a really good idea, right? But there's no fear. Intuition is calmer. It's you can have like a tingle or something like that, and you're kind of like, oh yeah. But intuition works not when you're tense and anxious, but when you are calm and clear-headed. And that's why I feel like for a lot of you, it is about getting back into, some type of perhaps meditation practice, or going for a walk out in the woods, exercising, taking good care of yourself. Because if you take good care of yourself, that will help your anxiety. All right, so, I got too many here. So let's pull a soul truth card for you. And Virgo, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Where am I called to use my voice right now? I wonder, have you given up your power? You're not speaking your mind in a certain situation? Speaking your truth? The Page of Swords is about speaking your truth, right? Speaking your truth about this situation. You have a soul script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters, and it's time for you to share it with the world. Share your story with at least one person today. Be brave and speak your truth. Your voice will be the catalyst for healing in others. I also feel like it will be a catalyst for the healing that you are also seeking for yourself, right? Because when we heal ourselves, then we also are having that ripple effect of healing others, even if we don't recognize it. So I feel like it really is about stepping into taking back your power. If there's a conversation you need to have with yourself or with somebody else, having that conversation in a very calm manner. But it is about speaking your truth, taking back your power, understanding that your intuition will guide you on the right path, You are exactly where you need to be. There's not another path right now, right? I mean, there are other paths, but it's kind of like this. You are exactly where you need to be. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Virgo, I send you so much love and hugs in this situation and in all your situations. But I know that this one is weighing heavy on your mind. So please take good care of yourself. Be gentle and compassionate with yourself. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.